We'll tell you a little bit about the teacher in California who has definite opinions on our military. Saw this one yesterday, and blood started to shoot out of my eyes. Just going to play the audio. We had to edit a lot because, as you know, high school teachers, their lectures are riddled with profanity, as you would expect, and quite honestly, want and encourage. So here's the edited version. You can find the full thing on The Blaze. Listen to this.
Because we got a bunch of dumb Think about the people who you know are over there. Your freaking stupid Uncle Louie or whatever. They're dumb. They're not like high-level thinkers. They're not academic people. They're not intellectual people. They're the freaking lowest of our low. Not morally. You know, I'm not saying they make bad moral decisions. Just,
Stop.
They're not talented people.
Stop. He's talking about our military, and he said they're the lowest of the low. Oh, my gosh, not morally. I don't want to say morally. Right, okay. He's just calling them stupid. It's your dumb Uncle Louie that's going over there. They're stupid. But you might immediately think, I know a lot of military people and not exactly stupid, but you haven't heard his reasoning. Listen.
Talented people. That's why I came when presidents always says we are the best military in the world. Presidents were all saying it, whether it was Obama, whether it's anybody. I was like, no, we don't. The data is in. We don't have a good military.
The data is in.
If you join the military, it's because you have no other options. Because you didn't take care of business academically, because your parents didn't love you enough to push you.
Stop.
We got to stop for a second here. His evidence that the science is in, and we have a dumb military, and it's not the best military.
Right. The science, the actual stats show exactly the opposite. But let's go.
And it also seems to show that we've been the dominant superpower of the for a century.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
So I would think our military isn't the worst military. And when you go to the dumb idea, obviously that's ridiculous, but it's also standard liberal thought, right? I mean, this is a Stephen King made this point. That people who go to Iraq
are the dummies.
It's the dummies. If you can't get an education, if you can't read, you go to the military because that's where dumb people wind up in the end.
You know where those dummies are from, generally speaking? Middle America.
Huh.
Yeah. Crazy.
Probably some stupid state where they don't find their waitresses for giving people
exactly
straws.
Right.
Morons
like
that.
Those kinds of states.
People who will allow waitresses or waiters to bring a straw without you asking for it.
States that still think math makes a difference when, they're doing their budgets.
Oh, geez.
It's those kinds of people.
I hate those kinds of people.
So he goes on.
And then you didn't love yourself enough. Push yourself, which isn't even that hard. It's not even that hard. You just have to focus a little bit. You don't even have to work hard. You just have to focus. And you didn't do it. But someone's going to tell you when to get up, when to go to sleep, what to eat, what to wear, when you can.
Okay, hang on just a second. So is he talking about liberal politicians that tell you what to do, or is he?
That's right.
Or is he talking about the military?
As we've covered, they don't trust you with the amount of straws you want.
Yeah, exactly right. But they're going to tell you what to do, where to go, what to eat. Well, yes, you're exactly right. As long as you're talking about a progressive politician, you're exactly right. That's what they do. Unfortunately, what you're talking about is the military. And I got news for you. The military has to do that because it's a group that is going on a mission together and they act as one. So that's kind of part of it. He goes on to say that, the military, we just haven't won anything. In fact, we didn't win World War II. The Russians did.
Oh,
listen.
Really?
Oh, yeah, listen.
When you can call home, when you can go home for 3 days, why would anyone ever sign up for that? And then they go, well, they're going to pay for my military. They're going to pay for my education.
Stop.
Are you aware?
Stop. Listen to this. Why would anybody do that? Why would anybody sign up for that? They're going to tell you when you can go home. They're going to tell you when you can call, what you can do. Who would sign up for that? Well, I'll tell you, because they say they're going to give you a free education. Hello, Bernie Sanders voters. Hello, Bernie Sanders voters. This guy is not talking just about the military here. He's really describing progressive policies.
So when you can crap, when you can call home, when you can go home for 3 days, why would anyone ever sign up for that? And then they go, well, they're going to pay for my military. They're going to pay for my education. Are you aware you have a GPA of 0.0? You're not a student, dude. What makes you think all of a sudden you're going to get turned down to freaking education? I don't understand why we let the freaking military guys come over here and recruit you at school. We don't let pimps come into school. Anyone interested in being a hoe?
Wow. So he's comparing the military to to prostitution. And that's enlightening. Also, I would say it's pretty insulting to, I mean, how many have we had come through here, Glenn, military people? Yes, there is a benefit to being in the military, sometimes with education and other things. That is not the reason these guys are going.
No.
When they say, why would you ever do that? Oh, they're going to pay for my education. That's like 97th in line of why these guys do this.
That is the reason that people who live in very closed, progressive communities, that's the only reason they can understand. Well, they must be doing it for free education because they don't understand the deep meaning that people get from the military. They mock it. And so they don't understand it. And so they come up with, well, it just has to be education. No. And let me tell you something. The many SEALs that I know of that left the military to become doctors, brain surgeons. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of them that were in the military, came back and became something really, really useful. And I would love to put this guy on a Jeopardy, a fair Jeopardy with members of our military. Because I bet you he'd get his ass kicked. He has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. His name, by the way, is Greg Salcido. It's a high school class. He does not salute the flag. He does not participate in prayer during any of the council meetings. He was teaching at El Ranch High School. He's a teacher in Pico Riviera City. He said, our military is not talented. We have night vision goggles, and yet we can't control these people wearing robes. I think, you know what? I think that's beautifully put, too. Very inclusive. So is he in trouble? No, you know what? Not really. Not really. Because he has freedom of speech. When is enough enough? When is enough enough? You know, the real people's State of the Union, you know what the real people are tired of? This stuff. They're tired of trying to raise their kids the best they know how. Then they send them to school, and they're worried that one of their friends is going to take them off the mark and, move them down a path to whatever it is, name the problem today that you get at school. That they're going to lose the sense of who they are. We work so hard to try to mold our kids, and we're worried about them. We used to be able to trust the school and the teacher. We can't trust the school or the teacher anymore. We can't say anything because they're all like that. They look at us like we're crazy. The real people, they would just teach math, teach reading, teach arithmetic. What the hell is this all about? Our schools are failing us on everything. Just teach the basics and shut up on everything else. I don't need somebody to preach that the military is great, and I don't need somebody to preach that the military is horrible. Teach math and reading. How about that one? That's what the average American on both sides of the aisle would really like, because we as parents are a little tired.